Hi there, folks, and welcome to the What Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour issue number 183. Michael Gove, on a radio interview, was asked on a scale of 1 to 10 the chances of the Prime Minister facing the scrutiny of the notorious TV interviewer Andrew Neil, and this was the number he gave in response, which was actually Downing Street's phone number. So let's see if we can work out what this is. So first of all, the first digit is the result of the sum minus 4 add 4. So of course, if you're down at minus 4 and you go up 4, it's going to take you to 0. So the next digit is a quarter of 8. So we do 8 divided by 4, which is 2. The next digit, 0 divided by 6, well that's just like £0 shared amongst 6 people. That's going to be another 0. So this is a tricky one now. We've got 5 take away negative 2. So that's basically, we're asking what the difference between minus 2 and 5 are on the number line. They're actually 7 places apart, because 5 take away negative 2, well we start at 5 and take away a minus means we go up 2, which takes us to 7. So that's the next digit. So 3 squared of course is 3 times 3, which is 9. So the square root of 9 means what number do we square to get 9? So that's going to be 3. Square root of 9 is 3 because 3 times 3 is 9. So then we've got 1 cubed take away 1 squared. 1 cubed is 1 times 1 times 1, which is just 1. 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is also 1. So 1 take away 1 gives us another 0. So the next digit, half of 8. So that's going to be 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So then we've got IV, which of course is the Roman numeral for the number 4. You should know that from your Star Wars episode IV A New Hope. Then we've got a nice simple division, 21 divided by 7, which is just 3. And then the last one, trois, well of course that's French for the number 3. So there you have it, folks. There's Downing Street's phone number, and in Michael Gove's advice, he told you to just phone it up and ask your questions. So if you've got any minutes left in your contract, maybe give that number a call sometime. So on to our health story. So we've got the ridiculous amount of sugar contained in these kind of festive lattes and hot chocolates. So we're asked to work out the number of spoonfuls of sugar in a signature caramel hot chocolate from Starbucks. So what it tells us that McDonald's, the millionaire latte from McDonald's, has the same amount of sugar that's recommended for an adult to take daily, so that's 7 teaspoons. A creme brulee latte from Pret a Manger it contains an additional teaspoon of sugar, so that's plus another 1. A white hot chocolate from Costa Coffee has 3 more spoonfuls than that, and a signature caramel hot chocolate from Starbucks has 12 more than that. So if you add up all those numbers, it means that that signature caramel hot chocolate from Starbucks has 23 teaspoons of sugar in it. That's absolutely ridiculous. So that's like more than 3 times an adult's daily allowance just for that one cup. But anyway, so on to our sports story. We've got Lionel Messi winning a record-breaking Ballon d'Or, and it's record-breaking because he's the first player to have won it 6 times. We can see that from the list. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's won it 6 times since 2008. And if we count them up, that means he's won 6 out of 12. But we're asked what percentage of Ballon d'Ors has Lionel Messi won since 2008? Well, 6 over 12 is a half, and a half as a percentage is 50%. So a very warm congratulations from all Rigour Mass to Lionel Messi. Of course, Lionel Messi's most famous quote, like in watchmaking, something about practicing your football skills, you really needed the rigour or something like that. We'll repost that quote tonight for you to check it out. So even Lionel Messi goes on about rigour in terms of developing skills. So on to our final story, we've got the largest gold nugget ever found in the UK in a Scottish river, 121.3 grams. Now the current price of pure gold is approximately £36,000 per kilogram, but this nugget, mostly I would imagine due to its age, is expected to sell for 18 times more than this market value. So what price is it expected to sell for? Well, we've got 121.3 grams, and if the price is per kilogram, we need to change this into kilograms first of all. We do that by dividing by 1,000. So this is going to be the weight in kilograms, and we're going to multiply that by the cost per kilogram, which is 36,000, and that's how much it would sell if it was just normal gold instead of this super duper old gold found in the ground. So we're going to multiply by 18 because it's expected to sell for 18 times more than that market value. So it's expected to fetch approximately £78,602.40. Not bad for something that was found dug up in the ground. So maybe get those metal detectors out and see if you can find something similar, guys. It has, of course, not the article, of course, did not display the location. So you know, maybe it maybe be a wee bit trickier to try and find one as big as that, but you never know. Fingers crossed, if you've got a metal detector, that you'll find something similar. Now listen to me rambling, that can only mean one thing. It's late at night, and I'm going to wrap up these butt solutions now. Stay tuned for next week's edition, where we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye for now.